Hello and welcome back to our series of videos on film. So when we are shooting a film, we have a variety of different shots that we can use. And each shot sort of has a different purpose. So let's just take a look at some of these shots now. So let's take a look at a wide shot. A wide shot is where we have our subject in the frame and we can see their entire body. So this shot is used typically if we want to see the entire person and what they're doing and maybe where they are and what's happening in the background. So let's take a look at our next shot, a close-up. A close-up typically is a shot of a person from about the shoulders to the top of their head. This shot is used for when maybe where the person is or what's happening in the background or what their full body is doing is not the most important thing in the scene. But maybe it's more about the emotion that is on their face and their words that they're saying and their reactions to the things that are happening around them. It is much easier to see how the character is feeling in a close-up as opposed to a wide shot. Let's take a look at a quick piece of dialogue and see how it looks differently in a wide shot versus a close-up.
It's Papa. I don't think he's gonna make it. He was kicked by a horse.
It's Papa. I don't think he's gonna make it. He was kicked by a horse. You'll see that in a close-up, you can actually really draw the viewer in and it can actually become a very suspenseful moment or a very emotional moment. However, in a wide shot, when we show someone having an emotional moment, it looks weird because we just see them from so far away. We feel so detached from the character and we don't actually get any of that emotion, and it almost gives it like a comedic effect. Our next shot is a medium shot. So that is from the waist to the top of the head. That shot is used for a mix of the two between a wide shot and a close-up. So that's when we want to see a little bit of the emotion in the person's face, but we also want to see a little bit of what their body is doing or what's happening in the background of the location that they're in. Now let's look at an extreme close-up. This does exactly what a close-up does, but we even draw even further into the face of the person who is having that emotional moment. It allows us to see even more of their reaction and almost none of the background, because the thing that's important in this shot is pure, raw emotion. Alright, so let's take a look at a low shot. A low shot is where our camera is positioned lower than the subject that is being shot. This often gives them a sense of looking very big or looking very intimidating or overpowering, or gives them a sense of supremacy. Let's take a look at a high shot. In this shot, the camera is looking down on the subject, making them look very small, insignificant, meaningless, inferior, that sort of thing. So this next shot is called a Dutch angle. This is where we take our camera and we put it on an angle or a diagonal. This gives a feeling of chaos or instability in our scene. And this shot right here is called an establishing shot. This shot is typically placed at the beginning of a scene or when a location is changed to give the audience an idea of where the characters are. It might be a wide shot of an exterior, or it could be a close-up of an object that shows where the people are. For example, a close-up of a coffee cup might show that the characters are in fact at a coffee shop. So we're going to be using some of these shots in our future lessons on creating a scene. So thanks for joining me. I hope you learned something about shots in film. I want you to keep an eye out the next time you watch a TV show or a movie, what kind of shots are being used and why.